That's crazy, this end, I tell you. Actually, Alice, it's lime and strawberry fruity tea, baby. Just how I like it. Righty, babes, I'm London's best smooth thing. If you're a regular, you know what it's all about. If you're not, oh, so much to discover. It's all right here on London's best smooth jazz. Good to be with you again, I must say. Hey, Alice, you're dead right. to say hi to Sam Queller. How are you, Sam? Thank you so much for that in Marbella. And keep listening at rodlucas@hotmail.com. It's my line. You know what I mean? None of that texting stuff, just the old email. rodlucas@hotmail.com. Hi, London. What's going on? This is J.J. Howard. This is London's best smooth jazz. God Lucas on the stream and the apps for Android and Apple, iPads, tablets, and all that jazz. Cool and Clean, new for 2014 from the Cool and Clean Volume 5 album. That is Miracles and more from Constantine Clash Tawney and Cool and Clean a little later on today's groove. Best Move Jam. Also heard JJ Georgie Howard, Little George Benson and Cruise Control and Aaron B. The Rippingtons for Dorry in Islington, North London, and to Sarah Montepello. Hi Sarah, I don't know where you are, but thank you for that. Hi Sadie, you're in Trowbridge. Hello! And hello to sweet Caroline too, not far away. And to Donna and Herb. Rod, we listened to your show by Malibu Beach. Oh, I've never been there. Would like to go. Is it as good as it looks? I was on YouTube the other day and saw Rock Hudson's house on Malibu Beach, and there was the lake. Great. You know how to whistle, don't you, Rod? You just put those tunes together and play. Yes, she was on that beat. Oh, we loved her so very much. Super Lauren Bacall, and that rare footage, you can see it on YouTube. Having good times on Malibu Beach in 1965. Best Smooth Jazz London with Jeanette Harris. Hey, Sybil, thank you for that. The shoulder is absolutely killing me. I did eventually go to the doctor, and then I was referred, and I've got torn tendons in my left shoulder. Can you believe it? I mean, I'm one of those guys who doesn't do too much exertion. How on earth did I get that? And I tell you, I can barely put a shirt on, and barely do anything. Feels like it's ripped or hasn't come out of the other bone. It's just got torn ligaments or something, and it cracks, and can't sleep on that side. What's going on, Rodders? Does that mean surgery? Yes! Oh, man! There's only one man can fix that, Rodders. This is Lee Retton. Fly By Night, best smooth jazz. Getting set for the big show. which is heard on all FM stations and Sky TV particularly, and the Rodcast podcast on iTunes. Download it from smoothjazzextra.com or go straight to iTunes and subscribe and get the regular feeds of the Rodcast podcast. So I'm going to be out of action soon, as they stitch me up with keyhole surgery on my left shoulder, man. I ain't going to be with you for a little while. But there will be repeats and stuff. You can always get the podcast and on the stream too at bsj.fm. Coming out of London 24/7. This is my radio station and it's all commercial free. I fund it. We get a few subscriptions, but not many, I'll tell you. Cost me a lot of dough keeping this thing on the air. But I do it because I just love doing it. Please make a donation. Go to bsjhelp.com. Helps me out. I don't get anything for this. I do it because I just love it. Got a passion for the old smooth jazz, whatever that is. I do it because I love doing it. And if you weren't there, I'd still be doing it. Commercial free. This is brand new Paul Hardcastle from 2014. Stand by for the big iTunes podcast with Roddy Babes Lucas, Smooth Jazz's fourth worst DJ. But having fun, eh, Rodders? Yes. Paul Hardcastle, that is Breathe, from his latest album. Derek, thanks for that. I don't talk about that kind of thing on the show, you know what I mean? I'll do smooth jazz. That's what I do. No news here, you know?
The exclusive Best Smooth Jazz mouse mat is now available to buy. The mat does two things. Firstly, it gives your mouse a smoother ride and also helps keep Best Smooth Jazz on the air with a donation included in the cost. The Best Smooth Jazz mouse mat looks super stylish with the Best Smooth Jazz logo in red and yellow and will look great in any location, for you or as a gift for the smooth jazz lover you know. All prices include shipping and helps to keep Best Smooth Jazz on the air. Go to bestsmoothjazz.com/mousemats to have a look and see how to pay. So that's bestsmoothjazz.com/mousemats.
What is this thing? Is that Vero Beach, Louise? And a hug to Brian and Katrina from the Royal Harbour in Florida. Just started checking us out, which is great. and still living it up with the Scottish Piper. Least said about that, the better, eh? And to Ocean Boy in Georgetown. Hello, Ocean Boy, thank you. RodLucas@hotmail.com. This is the big iTunes Rodcast podcast, and that's Mezza Forte and Easy Jack. This is a commercial-free experience with Roddy Babes Lucas here. Roddy Babes Jr., my son, is not with us just at the moment because he's across town at the War Museum with his chums. Isn't that disgusting? 13 and having fun. What's it all about, Rodders? I have no idea, man, I tell you. Hey Cal, no, I came off my no carbs diet because I was left alone for a whole week while the rest of the family went down to Devon. Disgusting, ain't it? I can't be trusted on my own. It's just too bad, isn't it? Yes, I just couldn't face any more vegetables for a whole week. It was fantastic, I tell you. I wasn't too bad, you know, just a few ribs and stuff. I know, isn't that too bad? That's Joey Somerville. I love what Joey Somerville does. Multi-instrumentalist, trumpet player. That's Follow Me featuring Marion Meadows on Best Smooth Jazz. Welcome to this Rodcast podcast. Gosh, find us on the stream 24 hours a day at bsj.fm and on the stream from iTunes Radio too. This is brand new from Jeffrey Smith. As in the Jeffrey Smith? Yeah, the man we really think is a business. Here he is. This is new. Whew. Don't forget, leave me an audio message. Tell me where you're listening, who you're listening with. Go to bestsmoothjazz.com and leave a little message via your Android or Apple phone, whatever. Jeffrey Smith and Sending My Love. It's brand new for autumn 2014. Best Smooth Jazz, Sending My Love. Jeffrey Smith. All commercial free. Roddy Babes, your sound. Welcome to the iTunes podcast. Here's Paul Taylor for Marion and Groovy Harry.
don't really want to.
London's best smooth jazz.
Do that for Tina in Dulwich, and also to Michael Van Racken from San Diego in California. Yes, we've got back to you on that one. In fact, it was Brian Culbertson, and stick to your word and make sure you send us a little donation. It really would help. Hey, have a good time when you see Sir Paul McCartney. He said, I'll make a donation, Rob, once I've bought my tickets for Paul McCartney. Thank you so much. And don't forget, go to Best Smooth Jazz and leave me a little voice message.
Hello, Rod. It's Sal Savaggio from Cape Cod checking in. I listen at home, I listen at work, and I listen in the car with the Android app. It works great. I really appreciate you doing what you do for all of us so we can enjoy the best smooth jazz from the UK. Have a great day, Rod, and if you're in the Boston area, give me a shout. Take care.
Sal will be doing that. Thank you so much. Best Smooth Jazz London with the Gypsies. Whew. Welcome to Best Smooth Jazz with Roddy Babes here. Without Roddy Babes, Lucas Jr., who should be joining us later. He's just across town at the War Museum celebrating his friend's birthday, which he likes to do. And then into Pizza Express in Dean Street in Soho, which is the best place for him. The Gypsy Kings and Sarah, and before that, Homegrown with Huge Groove from his new album on Best Smooth Jazz with Gato Barberi. And for Suzanne, May and Lise, thank you so much. Don't forget, watch the TV show on YouTube. Just go to YouTube, tap in Best Smooth Jazz on Up High Pop. Go to bsjvideos.com if you can't get it to play on your device. And bestsmoothjazz.com for leaving those messages and finding out all about the show. Here's Gato. Gato Barberi. That is Blue Gala on Best Smooth Jazz. Enjoy that? Yeah, it ain't new. It's not a re-release. I came across that and thought, yeah, it's got to slip that in. And thanks to Camilla for our costume of the week, which was very, very glittery. Doing a bit of a funky dance there. You'll have to go to YouTube to watch the show in vision. It is the radio show with vision. It is. See her do her thing there. It's my daughter, Lady Camilla. Gonna play some Jeff Lorber now. This is super. You're listening to Jeff Lorber from 2003 from a super album of his called Philly Style. Love it. So many new releases to play. Herb Alpert is next for autumn 2014. That is a tune called When She Smiles. Jeff Lorber. Never heard of him before. It's Jeff, that version of the spelling. And I just love that. Rod Lucas at hotmail.com. Just chilling here. Smooth Jazz's fourth worst DJ. Did you say Herb Alpert? I did. Brand new. This is sneaky, baby. Full Hardcastle, Foreplay, Candy, Dolphin Not Far. just lately been revamping the Best Smooth Jazz studio here at home, and got Windows 7 running on most of the machines now, and Windows 8.1 as well. Hey Rod, you're never going to tell us you love it, do you? Well, I'm getting used to it, I'll tell you. That's Herb Alpert and Sneaky, new for autumn 2014, from a brand new album which is going to be super duper. Hello Diane Green, checking us out. Don't know where you are, but thank you for that very short and sweet message. You're checking us out on the app, I wonder. Don't forget, go to Google Play, download our app, and or the Apple iStore. Also hi to Carlo Del Amo. Carlos, thank you. Good luck. Listening on your phone. Paul Hardcastle, this is recent. The Rhythm of Life. BSJ.FM.
London.
Is it new? Yes, it is new. Al D. Gregorius from his new album featuring Super Nils. That's Into the Night from Al D. Gregorius on Best Smooth Jazz. Now, I was floating around a lot of albums in the last few days, getting ready for another broadcast here. Well, lots of live new shows coming up soon, so I'll tell you more on that later. And I came across Roberto Sol, and I like what he does. Super producer, multi-instrumentalist. This is Roberto Sol. Little crossover going on here, but it's smooth jazz. Looking for some donations this week, please. I haven't been going on too much about donations, have I, on fresh shows? Pays for our streaming. I get the YouTube feed free, but for the podcasts, and that's a few thousand a week I have to pay for. That's the amount of data that's brought down by subscribers to the podcast and for the audio streaming. So please go to bsjhelp.com and help me commit this commercial-free show on the air. I'm not sponsored by anyone. I don't take advertising. I do it because I just love doing it, but it still costs me hundreds of pounds, hundreds of dollars a month to keep it rolling. So just a bit of help would be super groovy. That's Roberto Sol and Miles Beyond. Late Night Mix, best smooth jazz. Go to bsjhelp.com. bsjhelp.com. Secure payment by card and all that jazz. I like it when you do that, Rod. What's that? All that jazz. Oh, yeah. This is Wayman Tinsdale. Lovely track. Meadows. That's The Golden Curtain. Before that, Wayman Tisdale and One on One. We heard some Roberto Sol in the last 15 minutes and Aldi Gregorius, Best Smooth Jazz, featuring the late Wayman Tisdale on Best Smooth Jazz. You know that guy was only 44 when he died in 2009? I'm right in saying that. Basketball player, guitarist. We love his stuff. Roddy Babes Lucas playing D Brown. You're gonna like this. Loom bands? What is so special about loom bands? That is a question.
Well, I think children are a bit addicted to them because they make skipping ropes, necklaces.
Yeah, you made me a nice little necklace out of that. What are they called? Loom bands?
Yeah.
What's your favourite colour?
There's really light blue.
Yeah. What other colours do they do?
Nearly every colour in the rainbow.
What are you going to make next?
I'm working on a really big loom man.
Well, I'm looking forward to that. Best Smooth Jazz. Trouble is, Lucy, this shoulder that I've got to have keyhole surgery on, I've just torn some ligaments and tendons. That's why I've got to have the surgery. It's all right, but when you're going across town on the underground, on the tube and stuff, woo, it hurts when people are banging into you. Oh, man, too bad. Bobby Lyle, and I love your smile. I just love that. Special. From 2002, Bobby Lyle. You heard Dee Brown before that and Call Me Up. Marion Meadows before that and Golden Curtain. On Best Smooth Jazz. A lot of newish tunes I've been featuring this time round. Been revamping the studios and the streaming equipment and stuff, and we've been changing over to Windows 7 from XP. I had to let it go. Nothing would work on it with all these new programs on Windows 8. Anyhow, going to be doing some new live shows, so listen out for a little while. 5 p.m. UK, which would be 12 noon Eastern. Just check that out sometime. This is new. Yvonne in Maryland in the United States. Thank you for that. Right, as your show plays out on the apps, could you scroll the artists? I'm afraid I can't do that for reasons which are too long and involved to go into. Mainly because I couldn't afford to do it. Don't forget, there's only me here. I ain't a corporate. It cost me a fortune to keep this stream going, although I get YouTube for free. So please make a donation, bsjhelp.com. That's bsjhelp.com. Via PayPal and your credit card, just leave me a little thing there. I don't get paid for this. I mean, Camilla doesn't get paid for that. Roddy doesn't get paid. I don't get paid. We just have to pay for all the bandwidth we use. That's Paul Brown and Sunrise on Sunset. Found us for the very first time? Pardon me? What are you saying? Oh, I thought you were talking. All right. Here's Mr. Joyner. Alabama, and to Kathy Davis. Thank you for making a donation, Kathy. I hope you... I don't know if you've done it all right. Hope you don't forget. That's what I was going to say. Wishing you all the very best. Well, I'm bound to say that, aren't I? Because you said such lovely things about the show. RodLucas@hotmail.com. RodLucas. Rod Lucas with Jaheem Joyner. That tune is Just the Groove from 2007. Now, last time I played that, we had a lot of inquiries about that. That's interesting how the tunes go on the show. Did we say hello to Sal? Yes, we did, in Cape Cod. Wishing you all the best, Sal. Thank you. Hi to Beth, checking us out in Peckham. And also to Bob in Cincinnati. Wasn't that WKRP? Here's Johnny Babes. You're going to like this. Sheila Scott. How are you, Sheila? Wishing you good luck. I found you on YouTube, Rod. I just put Smooth Jazz UK 2014, and there you were. I know, like a bad penny, ain't it? Sheila, thank you. Don't forget, on Bitter Twitter, it's Rod Lucas or Best Smooth Jazz. A couple of accounts running there. That's Johnny Menzino and Blessed. Like that. It's not new. I've had that a long, long time. I don't think I've ever played it from 2006. I don't do a playlist for the show that I publish. If you want to know about anything, get Shazam or just email me. Rod Lucas Sr.
With Camilla Lucas, writer and journalist.
Yes. Nice to see you. You feeling all right today?
Yeah.
How was your party?
Good.
That's how parties should be. You're on the best smooth jazz with Candy Dolphin. Been giving Candy a bit of a rest just lately. Don't overexpose it here. Certainly not. Well, I don't know. That's Finsbury Park. Before that, Armic and Cafe Roma. What album's this from? Oh, you just got to guess. 2007? It's got to be the Candy Store, ain't it, Rob? It certainly has. Don't forget, go to Best Smooth Jazz and leave me a little voice message. I'd love to hear from our listeners.
Hey, Rod, what's up, man? I'm calling you all the way from Kentucky in the grand old United States of America. I actually stumbled across your YouTube broadcast, I guess, early last month or so, because I definitely love smooth jazz. And in one of your broadcasts, you were asking what happened to smooth jazz in America. That's a good question. Tell me, man. You're doing a great job. Keep up the good work, man. Keep on jamming. I love you, man. Love you.
Ooh, Dominic, thank you so much. Dominic Ledbetter. Go to bestsmoothjazz.com and via your phone or your app, whatever, leave me a little message. Go to bestsmoothjazz.com. Love to hear from our listeners. Best Smooth Jazz playing Peter White. This is new.
I'm Peter White, and you're listening to Best Smooth Jazz with my friend Rod Lucas. And now, here's something from me.
It's Peter White. New 2014 Autumn and Head Over Heels. Just what you'd need from Autumn Day. It is Head Over Heels, Peter White. Just chilling on Best Smooth Jazz. Love it. Morris, how are you, Morris? Hope you enjoyed the County Dolphin we played earlier. Thank you for emailing from Bosnia. Wishing you all the best, rodlucas@hotmail.com. And to Michael Brown, how are you, Michael? Keep enjoying those grooves. T. Brown on the Best Smooth Jazz. Thank you for those little tips about the old digi spells and stuff. Some of them seem to have gone now, which is good. Falling apart this end, you know what I mean? Best Smooth Jazz on the stream and the apps with Smooth Jazz's fourth worst DJ, Roddy Babes Lucas here, and Camilla
Lucas.
Yes.
Writer and journalist.
That's right, yeah. Doing more live shows on the stream at bsj.fm and on the apps. Go to the different stores and get the apps for Best Smooth Jazz. First set I'll be doing will be 5 p.m. UK midweek on certain days. If I've got the time to do it, I shall nip into the studio and do some live, which would be midday Eastern Daylight Time in the States, wouldn't it, at the moment? That's Andy Snitzer and Castillo, which is nice. Featuring Chuck Lowe, Andy Snitzer, who I don't feature very often, from 2013. Nice album from him on Best Smooth Jazz. This is new from Cool and Clean. Constantine Clash Tawney produces some great music under the title Cool and Clean with the K's. This is Kiss the Rain from Cool and Clean 5 on Best Smooth Jazz. As always, having a super time here, apart from the shoulder. How on earth could I have torn tendons and ligaments in my shoulder? I don't get it. I don't do any physical exercise. I can barely stand up. They do the show, too much pointing around. I think they all thought in my house that I was just saying it. But I tell you, bad news. I hope I'm not off for too long as I have the surgery, because I've got to have it in a sling and stuff. No, I'll have to be pampered, won't I? Yes. That's Kiss the Rain from Cool and Clean, from Cool and Clean 5 on Best Smooth Jazz. There's been so many new tunes for autumn 2014. To Nashville, Tennessee, and to Timothy Brown. Loving the show, Rod. Listen every night. Hi, Timothy Brown. Yeah, that surprised you, didn't it? Best Smooth Jazz London, commercial free here. It's my thing. I just play my stuff and enjoy it. I hope you enjoy those grooves too. And you can watch us on YouTube as well. It's Jeffrey Smith. This is new. Jeffrey Smith from his latest album, Autumn 2014. So many good new tracks out. Featuring David Carr Jr., Best Smooth Jazz. More from Jeffrey as the day goes on here on Best Smooth Jazz. Go to georgebenson.org and watch all the shows on YouTube. BestSmoothJazz.com for leaving a little message and stuff. This is George Benson on Durham's Turn. Recorded 1969 from the album I Got a Woman, George Benson, not released until about 1984. Durham's Turn. Best Smooth Jazz. Oh, it's you again.
I'm here.
Yes.
You're listening to the Best Smooth Jazz with Rod Lucas.
Well, what's been going on?
Well, you can't keep me away, as you know, and I have a particularly lovely one for you to try this evening.
Yes, what is it?
This is Valle de Colchagua. I find that very hard to say, Colchagua. Valle de Colchagua. It's Tesco's finest, 2013. Carmenere grape. Don't know what you think about it. It's quite dark, ripe black fruit.
Very ready, isn't it?
Very ready, very dark.
Fruity.
Yep.
Yeah, it's dark.
Black fruits like blackberries and
Yes.
cherries. And it's quite a versatile wine.
I wouldn't say chocolatey.
No.
I mean, sometimes we do say, oh, it's got a hint of cocoa in it.
We had a very nice Merlot about 3 days ago that did have that chocolate cocoa mocha taste, didn't we?
Yeah, what was that?
That was Californian.
Oh, I do like a bit of Californian, and the Californians seem to be changing that. I don't know if it's changed. It's not as deep and stronger as it used to be. It just tastes much better.
And not so sweet. Sometimes Californian wine was quite sweet. Well, this is Chilean. This is the Chilean Carmenere. The great Carmenere is actually quite good in this respect. And it's from the Vino Ventisquero winery in Chile, which is well known for its Carmenere grape. So that is Colchagua, Valle de Colchagua.
Very nice too. With Angie Baby and our wines of the week. This is Aldi Gregorius. Angie Babes, Angie Walker with our wines of the day. Whatever time of day it is for you. Me with my bad shoulder.
Poor old you.
Yeah, poor old me. And that's L.D. Gregorius from his 2014 album. That's a tune called Connecting Those Dots on Best Smooth Jazz from All in Good Time. It's a great new album. Now, where's your little bit of da-da, do-do-do-do-do? Yes. Nice. Well, that is very nice. Today's wine is very nice.
I'm glad you like that, because it does say on the bottle it's got to be, once it's opened, you've got to drink it within 3 days. Do you think we manage that?
Yeah, make sure you drink it within 3 minutes.
Yeah, well, you're pretty quick.
Yes, well, when I like them, but we've had some rough ones recently, haven't we?
We have, but let's not focus on that. Let's talk about the Cooperative Les Pionniers Champagne 2004, which we tasted this week, which you rather liked. In fact, you liked it a lot.
I did.
And it has been awarded recently the title of World Champion Supermarket Vintage Champagne. That's topping Waitrose and Moet as a supermarket champagne at a very good price.
Yes, well, I was in their backyard and enjoying some sun, and it seemed to go very quickly because you took it into the kitchen on the excuse of keeping it cold. It seemed to go pretty quick.
Yes, well, on a hot day, and it was a hot day, we do have to keep it cold in the freezer, and that's what I was doing.
Yeah, well, it was very nice. And what was that called?
That was the Cooperative Les Pinot Noir Champagne 2004, which has had a mixture of Chardonnay, Pinot Noir, and Meunier grapes.
Yeah, recommended.
And it was biscuity and bready and absolutely lovely.
It was biscuity. I mean, Angie said it's very biscuity, and I thought, what is she talking about? And I sniffed it. Yeah, it was biscuity.
And toasty. It had that sort of bready feel, didn't it?
Yes, it certainly did.
But crisp apples too.
Well, that was very good. Yeah, you get the job.
Wonderful, thank you very much. I'm still working on it.
Yes, what's your Twitter?
Bestsmoothwines.com.
And Best Smooth Wines on Twitter?
Yes.
That's good.
That's where I am.
Best Smooth Jazz. London. Oh, yeah. Like treacle. We enjoying that with the old wine here? That's Schwartz and Funk. The track is called Hollywood Affair. I've never played them before, from the album Diamonds of Lounge. Schwartz and Funk on London's Best Smooth Jazz. Roddy Babes here. This is the iTunes Rodcast podcast. Go to smoothjazzextra.com or go to iTunes and download the show. Get the apps for the streaming. Enjoy that groove. Yeah, did you enjoy that? Yeah, I did. We're going to do more from these guys later. Let's rather enjoy that. A lot of new stuff around at the moment. Richard Elliott now, super saxophonist with lip service for Geraldine and Harry. Happy birthday to you, Harry. This week's Untied, Best Smooth Jazz, London Town. Pantelis K. How are you, Pantelis K, with the Gmail account. Thank you so much for your email. So it took me a little bit of time to get around to it this week. Die-hard fan of smooth jazz. Enjoy the contemporary grooves you play, which is fantastic. Pantelis, thank you so much. For London's best smooth jazz.
Rod Lucas.
It's all right here.
Roddy Lucas.
Best smooth jazz in London.
London smooth jazz. Capital's new smooth. It's Rod Lucas.
BSJ FM London.
It's Rod Lucas. London smooth jazz.
Tony in Red Hill, in Crawley Way. Wishing all the best from Cami and to Mahmood, who listens in Kanpur in Pakistan on the iTunes podcast. Hi Mahmood, and to Hosseina. I've got that right. Thanks for your interest in the show and stuff. And to Jenny Campbell, enjoying the grooves in beautiful Norfolk here in the UK. You've been checking out Colin Watson and the Broad Street Vibe. For goodness sake, Rod, just wind it down. What pills are you on? Whew. This is new from Oud Groove. You're on the stream at bsj.fm, bestmoothjazzradio.com. With Ooge Groove from his new album Autumn 2014 and Gotta Be Groovin'. That's Rain Down featuring Peter White. You enjoyed that?
Oh, that was lovely.
Yes, I've been telling everyone that you've been... tell everyone where you've been.
Well, I've been to the West End of London today to go to the Imperial War Museum.
Well, I've never been to the Imperial War Museum. I mean, that's naughty to say that, but I just never got around to it. So tell me about it.
Well, it's amazing. It stretches 5 levels and they've got all types of different aircraft, guns, and just different things from World War I that really takes me back to my past history lessons.
Yeah, well, you've been doing a lot of that with the 100 years of the First World War and stuff. Do they have like lots of 3D stuff?
Yes, they have lots of interactive stuff. So they have full aircraft that are bringing in there, and you think to yourself, how have they got this giant real-life-sized Concorde in here?
Yeah.
When it's a whole glass building, so you just think, have they built it around it, or
Yeah,
very
because your grandfather used to fly Spitfires in the Second World War.
Yes.
Out of the UK.
That was very yes.
What was your best bit then?
Well, probably eating was my best bit.
What?
Eating.
Eating?
They have a very nice tea room there.
Yeah, you didn't waste any money on souvenirs and stuff, did you?
No, of course not. Apart from a Spitfire model and a ruler and a pencil.
Yeah, I knew the answer to that. Of course, you've got to buy that stuff, don't you? No. What was the best bit of all the displays, or were they both all so good?
Well, definitely the replica Spitfire was my highlight of the day.
Oh. Well, it's a busy old time when you're in London. You enjoyed it.
I loved it.
Okay. Roddy Babes Lucas Jr. checking out the groove. You can just take it easy now. Here's Willis Hickerson. This is nice. Super keyboardist. Best Smooth Jazz. Saying hi to Jerry McDonald, who's relaxing to the show in Chester, near Manchester, here in the UK. Yeah, you can do that, can't you, still? And to Maggie, checking us out in Chester, nice part of the world. And to Ross and to Kelly, tuned in on the podcast weekly from Westlake. Is that Westlake in California? I'm working Studio City, which sounds very glamorous. Studio City? Never heard of it, but sounds good to me. Yeah, I'll have to work now in Studio City. Yeah. That's Willis Hickerson. I mean, it's not everyone's cup of tea, but it ain't bad. On the stream at bsj.fm. On YouTube, Best Smooth Jazz, the TV show. On all the apps. Go to your relevant app store and join us on Best Smooth Jazz, commercial free. Please leave a donation for me sometime. It helps me pay for all the streaming costs. I mean, YouTube I'll get free, of course, but the podcast where people are downloading the data and the audio streaming costs me money. Go to Best Smooth Jazz, bsjhelp.com. That's bsjhelp.com. Keep us on the air. And if people don't do that, we could be in danger of losing the 24-hour stream and just going for podcasts and YouTube only, which would be sad. But there's only me here, you know. I mean, it's commercial free and sponsor free and all that, but help me out. bsjhelp.com. Here's Paul Hardcastle. This is Echoes of Eternity, Best Smooth Jazz. Saying hello to Peter Thorpe, who's been looking for some smooth jazz for 40 years. Hi Peter, I hope you're alright, mate. A little smooth jazz mellow blend, yes. Hi to your wife. I don't think you tell me your wife's name on the phone. Tell her to get in touch via Facebook because I haven't seen her there. Thank you, Peter Thorpe. Rod Lucas at hotmail.com. I'll pass that on to Robbie Vincent, by the way. Did you say Rod Lucas at hotmail.com? Yes. On Bitter Twitter, it's Rod Lucas or Best Smooth Jazz, and that's Paul Hardcastle and the Echoes of Eternity. On this Best Smooth Jazz show, I play Well, first of all, it's not chosen by a computer. I choose all the music you hear. And it's from 5 decades of smooth jazz, mainly all instrumental. I hardly play any vocals at all. That's how it is. I'm going to feature something now from Bavarian band 3 Style. This is new. Actually, Jonathan, I'm a great fan of a guy who does a broadcast daily, well, through the week anyhow, on 77 WABC Talk Radio in New York by the name of Geraldo. And he does a great phone-in show. I just love what he does. And I watch him on Ustream. That's Geraldo on Ustream on a station called 77 WABC in New York. He does a fantastic little show, so thank you for that. That's 3 Style and Just for Fun. And as I've not been feeling too good just lately because of the surgery I'm going to have done to my arm. Oh, can you believe I can't believe I'm even saying that. I'm going to treat myself to something special. From Foreplay, this is Be My Lover, and we're doing this for Bob at Vauxhall in London town. He never did believe me. Bob, enjoy those grooves, man. Best smooth jazz. Ramsey Lewis. Betcha by golly well. Wasn't that Linda Creed? Tom Bell? Or from Stylistics too. It was released in the UK. Early 70s. Oh man, on Avco, one of my favourite all-time record labels. Anyhow, that's Betcha by golly well. Made famous by the Stylistics, Russell Tompkins Jr., Herb Morrell, James Dunn. Oh, I love those guys. Those streets of Philadelphia. Sigma Sound Studios. Man. Respect is due. TV watchers have got to leave us soon. The stream continues at bsj.fm. Here's Paul Brown and friends. Dave Cox. Oh, yeah.
Best Mood Jazz con Rod Lucas. Vaya a bestmoodjazz.com.
Le meilleur smooth jazz qui soit avec Roddy Lucas. bestsmoothjazz.com。
ロド・ルーカスのベストスムースジャズ賞についての詳細は bestsmoothjazz.com をご覧ください。
Sie hören Best Smooth Jazz aus London mit Rod Lucas.
Questo è Best Smooth Jazz da Londra con Roddy Lucas.